Welcome, Anime Lately podcast listeners and YouTube podcast watchers, to another episode of the Anime Lately podcast. I'm your host, Sam the Manga Man, and here with me are my co-hosts. Introducing first, the Game Master, the Director of Anime, Mr. Twitch King himself, Ray Apollo. Our next co-host is a legend in the Black Clover community. He has a great love for Trigon and One Piece. The one, the legendary, the Vash, Miguel Parra. And finally, our last co-host. He is the CEO of the Careful for Spoilers podcast network and the founder of the No Anime, No Life Facebook group. He has great knowledge of movies. The great and talented James Barnes. How you guys doing?
Every time Sam says his intro, I feel like I am in some type of wrestling arena, and that's what I love about it.
Oh, well, if that's what's happening, you about to get these hands. No, it'll never get old. I love it.
Apparently, it's not the same for the Undertaker and Goldberg match, but no.
Man. That's sad to hear, dude.
It was sad. It was sad.
I heard that they had messed up a bunch of their moves, but we'll
They did.
About that later.
But honestly, I love hearing Sam's intro all the time, but I'm feeling great. Long day of work. We are recording this Friday night, so it's really been a long week, but it's pretty exciting to be here with the guys as always and talking anime, manga, and doing what we love. It's really amazing.
Yeah, we were a little late to the recording today, later than usual, but it's all good. We're all here. We're all chill. We're all free right now, and we can't wait to talk about the mangas we read and the animes that we've watched. So, guys, let's start this off. What have you guys been reading, and what have you been watching?
Well, since today's Friday and the shonen mangas came out with Black Clover, definitely an amazing chapter 208. No spoilers, Ray. All spoilers for people that haven't cut up to the manga. No worries. That I'm not going to be fighting his hands right now. This is a virtual arena, not a real one. So I'm good here. I'm not going to get any hands right now.
Tell me your location. I want to talk.
Honestly, Black Clover chapter 208 is very good. The author Tabata, he knows how to do freaking detail art, very detailed. So it's freaking amazing. I love it. People really need to catch up on Black Clover manga. I love it. So demonic. That's all I'm gonna say. And for One Piece, it's very beautiful storyline with what's going on with the Wano arc. So that's pretty amazing. And with My Hero Academia, I love what's going on with the villain arc that's going on right now. So that's pretty amazing that's going on. We're giving more story to the League of Villains and to other people diversing. So I'm really enjoying it. So that's with the manga side. How about you guys with the mangas?
So I've only been reading one manga, and that's it's Black Clover. I've been trying to catch up. Mostly because it's easier on my ears to read it than it is to watch it. So I'm still doing that. And I can't say that I like it. I'm just going to say that. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. It is getting better the further I get into it.
It does.
They finally, I was talking to you guys when I was reading it. They finally hit an opponent where it wasn't a one-hit KO by Asta, and I was like, oh, thank God, because that got old real quick. But the thing is that this dude was insanely overpowered. It's just like, okay, the scaling went from heroes to the villains, and then it went villains to heroes instantly, and then guess what? Another character got a power up almost instantly and came and saved the day. So I was like,
but
okay.
But you gotta admit the way this came out in the anime like 3 months ago, so there's not really spoilers.
Was it really? So I'm not that far behind. Okay, that's good.
You're not that far behind. But the way he came out with Captain Yami, he's like, all right, guys, I'm gonna come out here and take. He literally said that, guys.
All
the hard work. Let me come here and take all the credit that y'all did.
So I just want everybody to know that Yami is like my spirit anime person now. Yami is great. Yami is hilarious, and I'm like, okay, no, I identify with this character. He's great, so he cracks me up. He's well written. He's got a lot of really good one-liners, but he's got a really good motivational spirit for the people he commands. It's really good. So that's all I've actually been reading. So what are y'all reading?
Yeah, right now all I'm reading is One Punch Man again. I feel like season 2 is moving a little bit too slow for my personal taste.
Agreed.
So I'm like, I just can't wait anymore, and I need to get back into the manga. So I've just been reading that and catching up. The illustrations are amazing. The drawings are amazing in the One Punch Man manga. So I always enjoy reading that. And right now, just watching Hunter x Hunter again. In between all of the other stuff that I've been watching, like Demon Slayer and Rising of the Shield Hero. I miss watching Hunter x Hunter so much. Like Killua and Gon, there's just such amazing shonen characters.
He's a boss.
It's on the list. It's on the list. Don't you worry.
I haven't watched
You've
it
never
myself.
seen Hunter x Hunter?
No, I've never watched Hunter x Hunter.
Holy shit, bro.
That's
All right.
It was one of those. It's like I skipped like 3 big ones. I skipped Evangelion. I skipped Hunter x Hunter, and I skipped what was the other big one that everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's the best thing in the world." That's not One Piece. I guess I'm just gonna say One Piece because I watched everything else except those 3. So yeah, it's on the list, but I'm like, I'm watching Shield Hero right now, and I'm trying to mainline that. So,
And how's that going?
listen. Why does Raftalia or whatever, she got titties now, and I'm really concerned. I'm like, listen, I was fine when she was this little slave girl, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Nothing sexual.
Oh, so you were fine when she was just a slave girl.
Not like that.
Whoa.
Not like that.
Whoa.
Like, oh, nothing sexual about this character at all. It's cool. Like she wants to protect him. That's great. Now all of a sudden she's grown and she's got titties, and I'm like, but wait, you were just a kid, and I'm really concerned. And then all of a sudden the chicken is a little girl, and I'm like, oh, I need this show to relax. And then the armor keeper was exactly like me. I'm like, yeah, you like little girls. This is weird. I need you to check. I was like, I'm so glad that somebody said that in the actual show, because that means they're aware. They know what they're doing.
Technically, the Shield Hero was aware. He was like, "Yo, why is everybody so attracted to these like little girls all of a sudden and shit?"
But I love it. Shield Hero's great. It's got some decent pacing. It's slowed down just enough because it was doing a really good job of making me mad every episode. And then it stopped making me mad for a little while because it's like, hey, we've been making you mad for a while. We'll give you a break. I'm like, thank God, because it was frustrating me. It was actually frustrating me, with the way that they treat his character. So I was like, oh, that's great, cool. But then it's just gotten better. I love it. So I've been trying to like hardcore, like just watch that, like almost 2 episodes a day if I can. But of course, Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool. What I've been reading, 7 Deadly Sins. This last chapter was amazing. One of the best.
I just found out that's on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
What the F? Why didn't nobody tell me?
Yeah.
I've been telling you, we 40 months ago.
You never told me. Yo, like, we've been reading it. And I'm like, oh, they've been illegally reading these. Oh, okay. No, it's on Crunchyroll. I'm mad.
But would you usually use Crunchyroll to read mangas though?
Yes, because I knew they had an app. But
It depends. It depends on what it
I
is.
can't log into it right now, so I don't know what's broke. I don't know.
They have Attack on Titan, She-Hulk, Domestic Girlfriend, Eden
Eden
Zero,
Zero.
Fairy Tail, all of those are licensed on Crunchyroll, and you can read it. It comes out on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. The official translation from Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah, I got F'd because I just found that out. I was kind of mad.
Well, you're gonna start reading it now?
Yes.
Oh, thank God! Yes, you're gonna enjoy it.
Good. Like honestly, what Sam was about to say, this chapter really fixed everything of what me and Sam were bothered by from the past 10 chapters. It fixed all the plot holes that we were asking questions about. And if you guys saw the movie of Seven Deadly Sins movie that came out at the beginning of the year on December 31st, 2018, if you saw that movie, they connect things with that movie, and that's what I love about it. And they're really connecting the dots with the Seven Deadly Sins, and it's amazing.
Like they made it canon. They're making it canon with the movie, and it's amazing.
And they're doing it well, so I'm really loving it. At first, I was hating like, please don't be a Bleach ending. Please don't be a Bleach. Wait, it's not being a Bleach ending. It's doing a better Bleach ending. It was gonna be horrible, and then I was doing good. Okay, cool. I'm gonna still stick with you. Let's see how you do. So I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, definitely that. Consensual Quintuplets was a good chapter. Domestic Girlfriend was good. Eden Zero was okay. I've been reading a whole bunch of stuff. The only thing I haven't been reading was Attack on Titan's new chapter.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everybody's like really talking about Attack on Titan's mangas for so long, but I haven't been touching it for so long either. But I'm hearing good things.
Yeah, same.
Samurai 8 is going okay.
I need to catch up on
I
that.
still haven't read it.
I need to catch up.
I
The
mean,
thing that I found out the most weakest of rereading Samurai 8 today at work when I was not supposed to. I was reading it, and Samurai 8 chapters 1 through 4, the thing I've noticed the whole thing, story is okay. If you reread the chapters and you understand the story, it's there. It's just that it's really too build. You have to really break it by pieces. But the thing that really needs to improve the most, the number one thing needs to improve the most out of the whole serialization is the art, because the art is too white. The art is too white that you cannot tell the difference from the character to the background setting. Where if you read Black Clover, if you read Naruto, if you read One Piece, you tell the difference from the 4 characters to the backgrounds, the town, the village, the sea. You tell the difference. From when you read Samurai 8, it's too pale white. All you see is white and black lines. And that's one thing that I was really bothering me to read Samurai 8 and rereading it. I'm like, I know the story, I know the characters now, but why am I still trying to have a trouble to understand it? Where is Hachimaru and where's the fucking dog? Like, I really had to read where are things going with the story. So it's one thing that hopefully Okubo improves with this artistic style that he's doing with Samurai 8.
I want to also add that it's getting a lot too much like Naruto, and it's not on its own thing as well.
It's been like that since like what, the 3rd chapter.
That's true, but it continues like that. Like you say something else, something a little bit different, but it's still like almost Naruto related, similarly kind of thing.
Are the chapters weekly?
Yes, it is.
Yes. It comes out every week Fridays.
Huh. Okay.
Well, unofficially. Officially comes out Sundays.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it could have been better. It's getting informative. Like we're learning more stuff about it and how these characters or how they get their weapons and how it really works and how you can fully get trained and get skills in these sort of ways.
So right now the weapons still don't make sense to me.
Don't either for me.
So I'm assuming that at some point they'll flesh that out a little bit better, but we're also learning that we haven't like really caught onto a manga like this of hopefully what the scale of this is going to be in a long time. We haven't just been at the start of one like this in a while.
That's true.
So I feel like it's good. It's a little rough. It's kind of like it's a good reminder that not everything is in its stride. This is just starting, and it's a little rough, but hopefully it'll get there, like we got with everything else. So I mean, I give it a hard time now because I can and because we read it and we like to talk about it so people know. But I also hope that it does get better. I really do. And I hope that it really does set itself apart from Naruto, because that I feel like will help it so much more if it really does truly start to set itself apart from Naruto.
Agree. I definitely agree. All right, before we head to our news, I want to talk about the Attack on Titan episode. Ray, you're the only one that didn't read the manga.
That's right. Yeah, you don't
We
read the
want
manga.
to
So what do
hear
you think?
your impression now.
They literally had me torn because I was like, I had a feeling. I knew it. And I guess we're going full Attack on Titan episode. What episode was this? I don't know.
Five.
Spoilers. There's just straight up spoilers for this Attack on Titan episode. If you've not watched it yet, this is spoilers. You stop listening right now. I was certain that Armin was just dead. Dead. And then he breathes, and I'm like, you son of a... Oh, I was so mad. I was like, how dare you? I was like, oh, okay, so death isn't even a thing in this universe either. Like, it's everybody else stays dead forever. But main characters, you can come back to life. You be careful.
Whoa.
Come on. Okay.
One thing that pissed me off when I first read this in a manga, I was like, how does this charcoal ass black motherfucker is alive? He literally wrote he's alive, like it's a little bro. I'm like, and then in the anime, you hear little. I'm like, how is this charcoal ass motherfucker still alive?
Barely.
Like I said, it was very like, ooh. But then I was like, but maybe my boy Earl was still alive. I'm like, hopefully, because we saw where the rock hit him, and I was like, he might have survived that. And then of course he was. So I'm like, oh no, okay. So then I was like, I had the flashback as I'm watching the show about them arguing on the roof at the end of that episode where they showed us that weird future. And I'm like, this is it. This is that moment right here. And I'm like, so I knew exactly, like, basically knew what was happening already and what was about to happen because they showed us that scene. My brain just works that way. It's like instantly I was like, okay, this is what's happening. They're going to want to bring back Armin. He's going to want to bring back Erwin, and they're going to like fight each other. By the way, Levi slapped the teeth out of that boy's mouth.
Right?
I was like, damn, he knocked half the teeth out of it. Literally, half the teeth out that boy's mouth. I'm like,
it's like, he'll be okay. They'll grow back.
They'll grow back. Go, bring back my friend. No. But the episode was, it was a really good episode. It just, it did sort of kind of fall into one of the real tropey anime things. It really did for a second. And I was like, oh, but that's fine. That's okay. That is all right. It was just, we had been coming from such a high. This show has been on such a wild ride. And then it just took a little bit of a step like, okay, we can't be here all the time or else, how else are you going to be like able to, comprehend all this? But still, it was great. Like I said, they legitimately had me torn on who they were going to bring back because they both actually had value that they were bringing to the overall mission. They really did. Because when Aaron started naming off, well, old boy had this idea and this idea and this idea. And I'm like, he did. You were right. And then Levi was like, but, can he do all this stuff that, Erwin did? And I was like, well, you're right too. So it was pretty wild. It was kind of like, okay, well, what are y'all going to do? And then I just, before they even got to the point where Levi chose to bring back Armin, I was like, well, he's going to bring him back because Erwin's already basically done his job, essentially. So
he already accepted his death,
Exactly.
and he already accepted that he'll never get to the basement.
When
he
said
went to
his
die.
dream was dead. He said his dream was dead, and I was like, well, that's it. He's dead. Like, it's just over. So I was like, because like for a minute they had me going. I'm like, oh, they're actually going to bring him back instead. But it's like, well, okay then, that's that. But y'all's reaction now, I'm like, well, this could be awkward for everybody because we don't even know if Armin is going to come back as Armin, right? I don't think we don't know that. That's not guaranteed. So,
Question, Ray, if you were in Levi's position, who would you have chosen yourself if you were in Levi's position?
In Levi's position, if the weird slapping of his hand didn't happen, he would have chose the commander. Like, just from a tactical point of view, you would have chose the commander. But like, yes, all of a sudden this dead man slaps your hand away. Oh, guess I won't do that. So, yeah. Like I said, it was just, that was the one weird thing. I'm like, oh, okay. But I get it. I understand it. I get it. It's still an awesome story. I love it. It's been a ride, and I'm really enjoying it. I just like kind of the roller coaster of this show. I don't want to know any extra stuff. I just like the roller coaster. It's great. So I will not be reading the manga for this one. I'm just gonna watch it. Unless they say like we're gonna take a 5-year break. Then F that. I'm reading it. So,
with Attack on Titan, you never.
It's possible. Exactly.
You never know.
How long was it before we got the second season? Like 3 years?
5 years.
Yes, 3 to 4 years. Yeah.
Thank you. So my point is valid.
And what studio is dropping it now? So it might actually, we don't even know. It might actually be like another 5 years. Or
I might just have to eat my words and become a manga reader after this season. Who knows? So.
The thing is that music, the soundtrack they did for that episode, the score.
That is the one thing this show has been very, 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 very good at from the very beginning. Like, they have always nailed their score.
Yeah.
Always. It matches the moments every single time. I feel like now when people are like, oh, what's got really good music? I'm like, this is the prime example of an anime with super good music that actually matches what's happening in the show.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And watching Bertolt get eaten, was that satisfying?
I was like,
he was begging for help. I'm like, dude, really? You were just telling them that you were gonna kill them all. Like, are you okay with all dying right now? Because I'm gonna kill you all. And now he's begging for his life. Fuck you.
Thank you. That's basically what I said. As he got eaten, I was like, man, F you, man.
I say the same thing, but the reason for karma was like back then when they left that soldier get eaten.
Marco.
It's like Marco
for dead.
Like, that's why they showed that. They showed that because we were going to get that from him, and I was like, good.
No, I would have been more better if it was Reiner. I would have been more happy because he deserved it the most.
I think I'm more upset that he survived. I think
Yeah.
I'm more upset that he lived.
I'm upset when I first read it, but then it's understandable why, because his story progresses for the manga in a different type of way. He becomes more of a bitch after that, but it's very understandable why he didn't get eaten, because he served a purpose.
Well, that, and they also like the Colossal Titan's power needed to not be in the bad guy's hands anymore because that's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, he was arguably the most powerful. So
He was exactly. So I'm
that's
like, I'm
power, but-
glad that they took that away from him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't even know if Armin knows how to control or if it's even a different power now. I don't know. So
I
Dude,
mean,
I can't wait for you to see
They
it.
did confirm saying you get the memories, but
yeah, you get the. How does it work? You get the memories of that person or memories of that Titan?
Of the whole lineage, of
The
whoever
whole
he-
lineage of all the Titans, or just that Titan?
Of
That's
everyone that's used that Titan.
That's crazy.
but
Wait,
then you're definitely right when you say that they got it away from their hands because literally the Colossal Titan is like a giant nuke.
exactly. That's why I'm like, I'm glad that
Only
they took that
one
away
that
from
can
him.
remember all of the memories would be Eren because of the coordinate.
Right,
Correct.
right.
But he
Okay.
doesn't know how to fully control it yet.
Exactly. Which,
Yet he will soon.
I don't want to say anything for Ray, but
Oh no, trust me too.
I
That's
know that there is some weird stuff that's about to happen. Like you guys kind of talked about it, and then like I've been like thinking about it, and like there's and some of the stuff that Beast Titan said this episode.
I was
I'm
gonna
like,
say that.
ooh, okay, some weird stuff's happening.
brainwash, right? Brainwash.
Yeah, brainwashed.
you know, but you have no idea.
No, I don't know. It's just I'm like I have an idea that this is about to take a weird turn.
Hold on to what he say. Hold on to what he say.
Yeah.
I'm like, how many times has this actually happened? You know, so I'm like, this is crazy.
Who knows?
All right, but I'm enjoying it. I really am. I'm having a good time.
Okay, because definitely the next chapter is the cellar arc. You're gonna learn what's in there.
That's all I've been waiting
Finally,
for. What?
the basement.
6 years, 7 years? I've been waiting on this.
Yeah, about so.
Yeah,
Yeah, and like
I
I think,
might die before this ends. Anime stuff.
but yeah,
Question: what anime would end first? One Piece or Attack on Titan series done?
One Piece will end first.
Yeah.
does it still count if they never got the next season? Like,
Yeah.
I can say, doesn't get the season. Then
Was the series?
then you
was
just
both,
left hanging like Bleach.
both series has to be
Not
done
okay, Sam.
animated.
No,
Both series has to be done animated.
I still think they're gonna finish Bleach. Believe it or not,
No.
I still think they're gonna finish it. I think they're gonna finish the anime.
It's good to dream.
Like in a couple years.
Yeah, in a couple years they're gonna pick it up and they're gonna finish it.
We'll see.
The final season.
Exactly. I think somebody's gonna be like, you know what would be a good idea? Let's finish Bleach.
But then, like, they probably limit the episodes, though.
But I feel like they would rewrite it. I feel like he would actually rewrite it. I really do.
That's a lot to rewrite, though.
I wouldn't say like the whole thing. I feel like he would shorten it because he has to shorten it. He would shorten it and he would kind of tie up some loose ends.
Because I feel like it'd be worse if they like rushed it. Wait, what happened to this part of the story? What happened to this part of the story? Like,
But he did. But that's what he did. It would give him a chance to explain some stuff better.
I guess.
Good point.
But then, like, it might not make great.
That's just a future prediction. So for y'all watching this in the future, I was right. I know it's fine.
I would be like, it's like Tokyo Ghoul's ending. It'd be like, I knew it. All right, guys, let's move on to our news. Let's start with the Pokemon Direct. The trailer, videos of Pokemon Shield and Sword. Guys, how do you guys feel about the new features of the new Pokemon game?
Ray Apollo, take it away first, and you're the Twitch game master of the King of Games of Yu-Gi-Oh! Moto.
Actually, could you just call me the King of Games from now on? That felt really good. Just call me that. Yep, I like that one. Let's keep it.
Ray
All right.
Apollo, the king of games.
The King of Games.
I'm glad. I'm the
I
one that
guess
came up
I
with
guess
it.
I'll switch to Mr. Twitch King to Mr. King of Games.
I like that.
I'm glad. I came up with it. I'm taking the IP right there. I came up with it.
I'll let you have that. But no, Pokemon Sword and Shield, they had a direct, like an official direct, and those are always the good ones, not that Pokemon Sleep thing that we learned about.
Yeah, just,
But we finally got a good look at the Galar region. I'm really excited because I love that they've started to differentiate these regions so much now that they each have like different, not just different Pokemon, but there's different attributes to the region that change the Pokemon overall. Not just the locale, like the Alolan forms, like in Sun and Moon, but like now we've got the new Dynamax mode, which is a lot of people were like, "Oh, that's not Mega Evolve," but it's basically these Pokemon have a genetic trait that allows them to become like kaiju size monsters now, and you can
I'll take that over. I'll take that over.
kaiju fights instead of like a Mega Evolve Pokemon. So they have these in this region. They also like they treat Pokemon like gym leader battles as like a sport. So when you challenge a gym leader, you're going to like this huge arena with thousands of people watching you, and it's big because the Pokemon can Dynamax, and so you can get these giant Pokemon battles, and it's awesome. It looks so good. Not just that, there's a lot, they introduced a new Pokemon, so we're definitely getting a lot of new Pokemon from this. There's like this weird snapping turtle thing. There's this giant armored blackbird.
Okay.
There's this new little sheep that everybody's in love with called Wooloo or something like that. I don't remember the name exactly, but everybody loves that dang thing.
my favorite right now is Corviknight. Oh, Corviknight's my favorite.
Corviknight, that's the bird, the flying bird. It's basically the Uber of this region.
Yes.
So that was interesting, but it looks good. It's the first Pokemon game, mainline Pokemon game, on a home Nintendo console.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you get to control the camera like you do in any other video game.
Mm-hmm.
You could never do that before, and that's insane.
Yeah.
But James, here's the kicker: there's a multiplayer aspect that's not just fighting each other. There's Pokemon raids now. So essentially, you and like I think it was 3 other people, so 4 people.
Yeah,
you challenge a giant Dynamax Pokemon. It's a Dynamaxed Pokemon, and you all challenge just one Pokemon, and only one of you can Dynamax a Pokemon, and so you fight this Pokemon to capture it, and it looks like so much fun. Like this, I'm like, this is something I did not expect to have in Pokemon, but I'm like, this makes sense for Pokemon. Like, this is awesome. Like, why haven't legendary fights been like this from the start? You know what I'm saying? Like, why haven't you been able to, like, go and fight a legendary with your friends? Because think about that. It's a legendary Pokemon. It should take multiple people to take it down.
It feels like Pokemon Go right there.
It is actually a mechanic from Pokemon Go. And they've added it to this game in the best way. It's kind of a seamless bleed-in. Also to kind of get those people from Pokemon Go to be like, hey, there's some stuff from like Pokemon Go in here. You still want to play this? Because, you know, they're still trying to convert those people from Pokemon Go to regular Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Smart. But it looks good. The graphics are great. There's more Pokemon. I mean, what more could we really want? So we have a whole new region to explore. The Pokemon are on the overworld map like they are on Let's Go. Which is like the best thing to me. Like I think I freaked out about that the most was that there's Pokemon in the overworld now. That's always just been like, why isn't that a thing? Like, yes, we can walk through tall grass, but now I can walk through tall grass and there's like literally a Pokemon there, and either it'll see me or I'll see it, and yeah, I can go catch that Pokemon. It's amazing. I can't wait.
Nice.
So, yeah, I need you to watch you don't have to watch the direct. If you watch the trailer, I think that's enough. But yeah, definitely watch the trailer.
You know, so I'm pretty excited because this is the first game I'm actually excited for.
Good.
Sun and Moon to me was trash. Sun and Moon was definitely garbage. I played it for 5 minutes, got bored. My 3DS has been there collecting dust on top of my cabinet for almost, say, 2 years.
I played it for 5 minutes. I played it for 50 hours and still didn't like it.
Shit.
I got that game only got good after you finished up all the main stuff, and it got to the weird like dimensional Pokemon. That's when it got interesting. Wow, enough of it. But that's when they came out with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and I didn't waste my money on that because I'm like, look, I already played this game once. I'm not doing it again.
The game that I love that came out again was Omega Sapphire and
Alpha Ruby.
Alpha Sapphire. Yeah, whatever. Maybe we got back. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, that came out the year before Sun and Moon. I love that. Even though it was the same one, it was just redesigned, reorganized. I didn't give a F. I love it. Those were the classic ones to me when it was back in the original 3DS or the DS Lite or whatever the hell it was called. Those were amazing. So
on that track, what are you guys' favorite Pokemon games?
Yellow, Rayquaza one, the
Emerald.
Emerald, and Pokemon Black.
Good.
I think yellow would have to be my favorite.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a good one. Platinum was a good one. I like Heart Gold. Because Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you're able to catch everything from both sides of the region after a certain point. You catch both Lugia and Ho-Oh in the game. I didn't play too much with Black and White, or Black 2 or Black White.
I'm actually playing through those right now. Those are the only two that I haven't played. I think I've played almost every Pokemon game in existence except for those two.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
And I really haven't touched much with Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire. I really haven't touched it much. But
if you want to borrow my 3DS, you can go ahead and take it. It's
oh,
correct.
don't worry, I
I didn't even know that it was gone if you took it.
Yeah, I would have voted it.
I still have mine. It's collecting dust as well. It's collecting dust as well. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Because I'm playing through Pokemon Black for the first time. So yeah,
It's really good. Black is my favorite out of the out of current Gen 4. I think is what the current games are. Black is one of my favorite, but definitely need to find out how to transfer my current Pokemons I have into the bank because I have so many legendaries. And I don't want them gone because all of my legends are like level 80 or 90. And I want them
out with Pokemon Home. We'll work through that together.
Yes, because we need to figure out this together. I have too many Pokemon that I need.
My favorite ones, and this is kind of hard, so I think it's in this order: Pokemon Red, Pokemon Crystal, and
Crystal?
I think those are my three favorites.
Crystal was a good one.
Yeah.
Love Red.
What's Crystal?
Pokemon Crystal was
Suicune.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't play that one. That's why
I played that. That was the best. That was great.
I liked it a lot.
I actually liked the cartridge. It was literally like
I thought it was the prettiest cartridge.
It was pretty. It was like that looked nice. It looked cool.
Most of us are gonna probably get the deluxe edition, both of them. But if you had to choose, which one would you choose? Sword or Shield?
So like now that I'm an adult, I'm like, yeah, I could buy both, but it just depends because I'm like, yeah, I could buy both, but there's one of them I'm literally not going to play, and that's a waste of my money. So if I had to pick one, I know everybody else is going to get Sword, so I'm probably going to get Shield because of that.
Okay.
Well, we've seen what a Shield hero can do, so
yeah. Except I haven't
Shield.
really figured all that out yet, but yeah.
I gotta respect my Shield, so I'm gonna be getting Shield as well. And
God dang it.
And Sam most likely will be choosing Shield because he have no Nintendo. He'll be using mine, so he'll be choosing Shield as well.
It's not like I'm gonna be buying Sword and you both taking turns playing it.
That's kind of true.
That'd be sad.
Well, I mean, I guess then the deluxe edition might work out for you because then, yeah, Sam could be playing Sword when you're not playing Shield.
So yeah, it'll be perfect.
Basic, yeah. Hey, but before Miguel starts playing Shield, maybe he should start playing Let's Go Eevee first.
Actually, you really don't.
No?
You really don't.
No. Well, I kind of have to because my girlfriend bought it for Christmas present, and
But is she gonna play it with you?
I don't think so.
Then you really don't.
Birthday?
You really don't.
Just get the new one, so you get
let it sit for a while, and then you'll forget about it. Don't worry. It's fine.
So you're saying I could just knock up a stream for 2 hours, just play about it? Now we're to play something else.
If you are able to power through Let's Go, trust me, because it's kind of mind numbing at like a certain point. If you can power through that, all the power in the world to you. But it's just like I tried to just sit down and play that game, but it's just I got so bored.
Well, guys, we have to trust the king of games here. So if he says it will numb you guys, we should.
If you like the bare bones minimum edition of Pokemon, that's for you.
Okay, then I'm good. I will tell my girlfriend that I played it and I beat it, and she would never know.
No need to lie. No, don't go lie now, because then she'll come ask us. I'd be like, well, I cannot tell a lie.
Play the beef.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the one that needs to see her and stuff like that.
Sam was like, don't you get me in trouble.
But also, I'm really excited for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Comes out November 15th, a week before Black Friday. So I'm really curious to see how the sales are going to be kicking up.
There will
It can't.
There will be a bundle, a really nice bundle with a Switch. I guarantee it.
Mhm.
Yes, there'll be a new Switch bundle, like a new design with the Switch, because there hasn't been
That's what
no
I'm guessing.
design either. There's not been no new model of no Switch design in the past 2 years. It's been out, so I'm really curious to see how it comes out.
I mean, it did it there for Smash Bros. When it came to the 3DS and
Also
stuff.
did one for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. So if they did it for that, they're gonna do it for Sword and Shield.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true.
Because
Oh,
they
man,
have the
that means
money.
I'm gonna be buying a new Switch. I hope my wife didn't hear that because if they have one with a Sword Joy-Con and a Shield Joy-Con, that's mine. I'm
Me
buying.
too.
Ooh,
That'd be sick.
that'd be so sick.
Uh-huh.
Sam, by the way, if we do get that, I'm gonna have Shield for myself. You can have Sword.
Fine,
I'm
that's
just
cool.
putting it
That's all cool. It's all cool. I don't mind playing the dog with the sword in its mouth, just like Bloodborne.
You know what you mean? The Twilight Princess remake looks awesome.
Exactly. Exactly.
Looks
Uh,
good.
All right, guys. Actually, one last thing I want to talk about in Pokemon Direct is you can actually ride a bike on the ocean now.
Yes, there's a water bike. Oh, by the way, did you notice that the bike is electric?
Did not notice that.
Oh.
Yes, it's an electric bike. Yes.
Wow.
You know what? You have to live in the times.
Uh-huh.
Electric
uh-huh.
bikes.
So
People
I
are
was like,
lazy.
oh wow, that's interesting. I mean, if I'm buying a bike, it's gonna be an electric bike. I ain't even gonna front.
That's pretty interesting. Wow.
So
But
yes,
yeah.
sorry. We can go on now.
Okay, all right. Let's move on to the next
Summer
topic.
season. Ooh.
Okay. What animes are we looking forward to this summer? We have a whole long list of summer animes coming up.
It's a lot.
I
1,
know.
2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh,
6, 7.
this is just a small sample. I have a small sample of a list, but there's a lot more coming out this summer that may not.
Obviously, the one that I'm looking forward to the most is Dr. Stone. I mean,
Mhm.
it just
Someone-
looks incredible. Like what I've read from the manga looks great. I can't wait to see an intellectual like main character. I love those kinds of stories. It's a nice palate cleanser. And I'm also looking forward to Isekai Cheat Magician.
Mhm.
That looks really cool too. So those are the two that I'm really, really interested in. I mean, I want to see any anime as long as it's good. I'll watch it. But
Mm.
those are the two that I'm really excited for.
My top 3 to say, and I hate this order, but this is how my passion, my heart tells me right now, my gut.
Heart. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Dr. Stone,
Okay. That's
Mhm.
Fire Force, and Damachi Season 2. I don't know. Like, as much as I love Damachi, Dr. Stone, just to see what James exactly said in a great, I couldn't have said it any better, to see Senku, the intellectual character, a shonen character that there's no power type of scale, type of shonen manga, and being so good, story written and art, seeing it come to life, I'm excited for it. That's why that's my number 1. And Fire Force, I'm very curious about the animation, curious about the source material, and then Damachi Season 2 because goddamn those goddesses, you have to praise them. So yes. So
wow.
definitely
I mean, it's not even about the goddesses. I mean, they're a nice bonus. But so yeah, Damachi Season 2 is number 1 for me.
okay.
Because I loved Season 1. I loved it. And then of course Dr. Stone. Those are the two that I'm like highly anticipating. I really want to see those. It's gonna make for a real good summer for me. Let me tell you.
So spread out the schedule. Literally every anime comes out every single day. There's no break. Every single anime comes.
I mean, I feel like that's a really good time to live in, my friend.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
right?
That's
yeah. It's great to live in, but if you're a content creator that does
About
anime,
to have a real good time.
you'll have a busy schedule. So whoever does content creating for anime manga every single day, good luck to you. Meaning, AK us, because we do that, and also our day jobs, since this is not our day jobs yet. So that's gonna be very fun.
Soon.
Yes, definitely. So I'm really excited. The one I'm very curious most about is the one that me and Sam saw the trailer for, Vinland Saga. That animation is very curious, and the story, and I have no clue of anything about. So I'm very curious to know how Vinland Saga is gonna go, because I think it's supposed to be 24 episodes to course. So I'm really curious to know how this series goes, Vinland Saga. So I'm very curious about it.
Yeah, definitely the Vinland Saga the promo video they have up was really interesting. It did talk about it was about Vikings and warriors fighting each other, and
Oh, what? Say more. Okay.
It's
Maybe I'm interested now.
it's a vengeance story.
It's definitely about Vikings, and I was very interested. I think it's supposed to be happening around the 1500s, where there's only type of Vikings, ships, water. There's will be a father trying to raise a son or something like that. It's really interesting.
Yeah. Uh,
So I'm gonna make Miguel mad. It looks
Wow.
like a cool version of One Piece. I'm sorry, Miguel. I'm sorry. Looks
That kind of hurt me, but at the same time, I kind of be like, okay, damn, I can't send it to Ray because the way I can describe it made it to the point of what Ray said. I
It's like
can't
if you took the idea of One Piece and you put it in a berserk style. Boom, Vinland.
that's kind of true.
But that's just like the bare bones like first assessment. Knee jerk reaction. That's what I see.
Understandable. So who knows? It's a couple more weeks away, so let's see how that comes out. So I'm really curious about that.
But it's really interesting that the manga series ended already. Like it's already been done, and now they're doing the
I
anime.
love stuff like that. That's like good. We have a complete story. That means we're
Mhm.
gonna see it we're gonna see the ending.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Definitely, for sure. Another anime that I'm looking for is Afrieta Shokugeki de Saika Sheiyu.
Is that the one with the guns?
Yes.
Yeah, this looks sick.
It's-
Actually,
It does look cool, and only because the guns look cool.
It's
So-
an isekai. It's a isekai.
Is it really? Of course it is. Never mind. I don't
Of
even know
course
how
it is.
surprised. Of course it is.
Plus the way, guys, the way Sam described it to me is imagine Hero, but more intense and more violent. I'm like, how does it get more violent than what it already is? He's like, trust me.
And guns.
That's what Sam said. He said instead of shield, instead of heroes, guns. I'm like, okay, that's more violent. And
Sold.
Sam said John Wick type of guns. I'm like, okay, cool.
'Cause-
John Wick type of guns, cool.
The MC is an alchemist. He can make whatever the fuck he wants. Whatever the fucking guns he wants to make, he will make
sick.
it. He's an alchemist. We've all watched Full Metal Alchemist. He doesn't need to make spears. He's making guns.
We're coming up on the time for a rewatch of Full Metal Alchemist. Actually,
Oh yeah, definitely. I need to too.
it's coming up.
I rewatch it once a year.
What's that? And I replay The Last of Us and BioShock Infinite. It's almost time to do those again.
Mm.
But that anime about the guns really interesting, so I'm really excited for that.
Looks real cool.
Yeah.
Because we don't really see a lot of gun type of anime, right? We don't really see that out there.
I
Not
mean,
that often.
there
The last
was
one I remember is what Psychopaths.
Psychopaths. There's also another old
Bullet
isekai,
was cool.
Adventure Life with My Cell Phone or something like that. An anime. He uses a gun.
James, what'd you say?
Black Bullet.
Oh
Black
yeah.
Bullet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Black Bullet.
Black Lagoon.
I mean the last big popular one though, of course, was Trigun.
Oh yes.
Like that was the most popular one.
Oh yeah.
I mean, didn't Cowboy Bebop also use guns?
yeah, but at the same time though. But
But that wasn't like a focus of the show.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
they had guns, but I'm talking about like shows where like a gun was like a main plot point.
that's
I mean,
true.
Sword Art Online also had guns and had a series, Gun Gale Online.
Oh God.
Gonna get online. I don't really consider that. Like, thing is that guns in a virtual world, I don't see that. Like guns where you kill people, I see that more as a virtual, like the main plot. Gonna get online is you literally shoot a person. That's it. They're not really dead or
Yep.
killed or beating.
It's a video game.
Yeah.
That's true. That's kind of true.
I'm really excited for the summer season. Really, definitely excited. And also, wait, there's also one more thing to add. One Piece Wano arc, new animated. I don't know if that's in the news. Maybe it is. Maybe I skip ahead. Definitely, I'm definitely skipping ahead then. Definitely One Piece Wano arc it has the director of Dragon Ball Super Broly director and the director of Film Z, right? Sam, Film
Correct.
Z?
Yes, you're right.
Film Z. So he's the director of this Wano arc, and the first time in 10 years, they changed the character design of the characters. So in 10 years, they haven't changed the character design, and they have two people new, so a new director and a new character design in for the Wano arc. So I'm pretty fucking excited. I understand now why they had to sacrifice the Reverie arc currently happening right now in One Piece. I'm so upset why it's not so great and so much flashbacks, but it's because they're really ramping up the Wano arc to be amazing and really to be emotional and different because Wano arc is so much sauce and so much amazing things going to happen with Zoro and the character. So if you want to jump into One Piece right now, I suggest read the freaking manga. But the art style, all color, I will send you guys a link one day if you want to see it. Read it, and then watch the Wano arc, because the Wano arc is going to just blow you guys out of the water.
So, I mean, I will say just one comment about One Piece. I don't hate One Piece. One Piece fans, I just want you to know that. I don't hate it. But I want to let you know that One Piece is like the most anime of animes. Like, if somebody was like, if you could show me one thing that defines what anime is and like all the weirdness and like cool action and like story, like what would I watch? And I'm like, I guess just watch One Piece because it's so anime. It still has that classic anime feel to it somehow. It just does. So
well, I would agree that it has the anime feel. Is because remember it was made in the late
90s.
And
So,
but that's what I'm saying though. But it's kept that. Some other ones did not keep that. Like so was Dragon Ball, but it did not keep that style.
Yeah, I was just gonna say yeah.
But One Piece still has that like traditional anime manga flair to it.
Agreed,
but I respect the hell out of that. I really do. Because that takes talent. It really does.
he is a really great storyteller, and he knows how to foreshadow. Like I really want you and James to one day at least read 300 chapters and see what such a great story is.
You just say, "Hey, Ray," casually. By the way,
yeah, just read 300
chapters of One Piece. You know, you have nothing else.
You don't have anything else to do. Right? Just read 300 chapters.
Miguel,
So, yeah,
they're not me.
300 chapters of One Piece for me.
So yeah, guys, if you guys don't know, Twitch, the Game Master, Ray Apollo, the Twitch guy, he's a professional male entertainer, streamer every day that he, does for.
That's the king of games to you, nerd.
He does so much Twitch games. That's why he don't have time to read 300 chapters. And
I'm also trying to read Black Clover. Cut me some slack, man.
He's the CEO of Careful for Spoilers and also has his own day job, so that's why he can't read 300 chapters. But
I'm trying to read My Hero Academia. I'm trying to read One Punch Man. I'm trying to read Dragon Ball Super every month. I don't have time.
When you guys have time, whenever you guys do it, by the end of the year or next year or 2025, by 2025.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
2025. Read 800 chapters then.
I can do 300 by 2025.
Miguel, there's a reason why I have the title The Manga Man, right?
Yeah.
Like I have I can read through it. It's like it's cool.
You read about 100, 200 chapters a week, so
I know I do. It's not gonna do much. I got this. The only thing is that I'm not keeping up with every single one that I need to, like I would like to.
Overall,
read 300 chapters of One Piece.
But hopefully you guys, because trust me, one arc for the people that love One Piece, I'm really excited for. So that's one thing that's not on the list because that's new this season, but it's new that with new production, new efforts, Toei is actually putting more effort in this new arc of Wano because they know how great it is in the manga. And the detail arc, he puts his life into for this arc a lot. So I'm really excited for this.
It looks really good. So like it does look good. Like the art is awesome. Like it looks very crispy. But let's get back to the news that you skipped.
Yes.
So, Sam, go ahead, take it away since I jumped.
Okay, Boruto manga has big announcements on June 10th, and Naruto franchise Rizendu Retsuden novel series gets 2 more installments for Naruto and Sasuke. Honestly, I've been hearing rumors that the Boruto anime, the Boruto manga is going bi-weekly manga because the anime isn't doing so well for Boruto.
Isn't there is an announcement about that, right? Like they announced that it's going bi-weekly.
They haven't officially announced it. It's been rumored that there's going to be the announcement on June 10th. That's what's going to be the announcement.
That's the announcement. That's what it's going to be.
Yes.
So there's been news about the rumor about this announcement.
Yes. It's like leaks. It's kind of leaks for E3 as well right now. That's what was rumor of.
Which,
Boruto.
like I said, when we first started talking about this, I did some research and like I was doing, I kind of went through all of because there's a lot of charts from manga and anime.
Yes.
Like official Japanese charts. I found like a lot.
Yeah.
And so I went I was like, well, let me go down the rabbit hole. So I went looking and I started doing some chart comparisons. And Boruto does not chart on any of them. None of them. And I'm like,
Mm-mm.
that's not good. That's
Well,
not good.
one of the reason why is because it was a monthly chapter kind of thing.
Well, they want. I think what they say was supposed to. Boruto was actually supposed to be pretty short, from what I was reading.
It is.
It's going longer than they anticipated, or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, okay. So they're trying to like slow down how often is. Well, I guess. I don't know. Like, what is the point of that? I guess. Like, what? Why?
But
I
like,
don't know.
the thing is that Boruto's still trying to hang on the type of nostalgia from what Naruto left off, from what we had with, for example,
I mean, obviously, with the news that Sam just read, with them adding new like side stories about the main characters from the previous manga, yes, yeah.
Because, like, for example, Attack on Titan is a monthly chapter, but still in Japan, it's still the top 5 in sales, in population, and everything
I
in
think
Japan.
it's like the top. It's top 2.
Yeah, but it goes sometimes to 2, 3, or sometimes in some months 4. But I'm saying top 5 over all the year is 2 or 3 always. But like I'm saying, it's top 5. So
Yeah, it's in top 5.
that Boruto is not even in top 10. So it shows you that the fans are still not following the son of Naruto or the dad of Naruto. So it really don't really matter. Like, Boruto, who the fuck is he? Nobody really cares about. Why it shows you is because they're still adapting light novels from Naruto to a series of Naruto and Sasuke. Like, that's how.
I don't know why studios think that we're interested in our heroes' kids. Like, Bill and Ted 3 is about their kids. Like, there was a Girl Meets World series, Fuller House. No one cares about this shit. Like,
You know
let
what
it
they
be
do that, though?
over.
You know why they do that though, James? Because it's a sneaky way of like, oh, well, if we put their kids in the show, the parents obviously have to be there, and that's who they care about, the parents. So that's how we're gonna get them.
It's so dumb.
It's dumb. It's stupid.
What's with that new fad nowadays? It did that with Full House, with Fuller House.
Yeah.
They did that with Boy Meets World, with Girl Meets World, and they're doing it with That's So Raven, with Raven's Home. You know?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I actually don't mind that
they're
show.
they're doing that with That's So Raven.
It's like, yeah, let's talk about their kids, because that's what we care about. Their kids.
I think what they're trying to do is go in within the next generation, try to see if they can like connect.
What has there been any kind, like, and this is just kind of, sorry to interrupt you, Sam. Has there been any kind of anime, show, manga that is like, okay, they finished one story, but then they decided to tell a different story in the same world that was affected by the original story?
Mm-hmm.
Digimon.
Like, has that happened? Well,
Digimon actually kind of
Digimon
was.
did do that,
Digimon.
but has anybody else done that?
I mean, not that I can think of,
I
honestly.
mean, we're talking about video games. I think Fire Emblem did it.
Fire Emblem kind of does it, yes. But like, I'm like, are there any big mangas or animes that have like done
Digimon's
that?
the only one that I could recall. Digimon is the only one.
And they did it well. You're right, but you're right. That's the only one I can really think of.
Man, that's
Like,
the only one.
why not just tell other stories within your universe?
I mean, maybe.
Wait, Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh, kinda?
No.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
No. No.
Kinda?
I mean,
like,
did Yu-Gi-Oh
like-
do that?
Yu-Gi-Oh is like, I thought it was alternate dimensions within Yu-Gi-Oh, and they
No,
like together sometimes.
it's in the same timeline, just like 50, 40, 20 years
You're
after.
right. That one is Yu-Gi-Oh for the most part is
That's what I say, kinda.
a wide storyline. Yeah.
That's what I say, kinda, because they do
Right.
talk. They do Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds. They do talk about Yu-Gi-Moto and
There was an episode where he fought with Yugi, right?
yeah, they follow Yugi in a timeline
Yes,
of
it was like- yes.
paradox dimension. So
The paradox is the perfect word for that. It was like a time paradox where like they were like the future was getting erased and like they had to save the
No.
future. Yeah, by going back. in
That's a
time.
movie, actually. A movie.
Yes,
Yeah, that's the movie. You're right. Why did I watch that?
because it pops on Netflix saying new release. That's why.
I watched that on TV. I swear.
Oh,
Wait, I don't know. I watched it somewhere, but
Me was on
it was
Netflix.
random. It was random.
Huh.
Yeah, but no,
But-
you're right. Maybe it was Netflix. It just turned on one day and I didn't turn it off. I don't know. It's weird.
It's definitely Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh that has done it well in the only two, and those are the only two classics.
That I can remember. I'm sure somebody will watch this and be like, they was probably screaming at their monitor right now. It's this, you moron! I don't know. I'm sorry. Just let me know in the comments below. What is it? Has anybody done that? I don't know. I would like to know.
I mean,
That's what I could think of. Yeah.
Sailor Moon? Because technically, the daughter was technically we didn't know about that she was his daughter until like much later in the show.
Wait, Mini Moon?
Mini Moon?
Mini Moon?
Yeah, she was Sailor Moon's daughter from the future.
Yeah, I do remember that, but I'm like, but they didn't tell us that we didn't get a whole series about Mini Moon.
No, but you just see her every other time. We didn't know reason why until
That don't count. That don't count. Nope. Mm-mm. I know Power Rangers does it technically, but that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Depending which Power Ranger series, but yeah, I remember they did that.
They technically did that for like all Power Rangers.
All of the Power Rangers are connected. They are.
Yeah, they are.
They're
They
all
are.
connected. So, but like I said, that's a whole different thing that nobody cares about except me.
But yeah,
I'm there with you too. I watched the whole.
I have watched far too much Power Rangers as a grown man. So.
I stopped watching like 3 years ago after like I think Down of Thunder or something.
I mean, did you see the most recent Pink Power Ranger?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that's why I started watching again.
But that is a whole separate conversation after this.
Oh yes.
But yes.
unless JDF is back into the show, I will not watch it.
It's been many years, so
I think they're trying. I really do think that they're
they
trying.
are trying.
They keep trying. They keep doing it.
Yeah.
They are doing it, if I'm correct, with the web series on.
I hope. Well, because I don't know if you guys have read any of the Power Ranger comic books. I also read those, and it's actually one of the better comic books, like period, that I've read in the past 5 years. Shattered Grid is amazing.
It is dark.
I've heard.
It's real dark, and it's so good. It's so good.
Oh, the best explanation to give it is so anime-like.
It's one. That's why I like it. It's 100% anime. Like this
it's literally
anime.
They play anime where he's such a villain, but he gives such great monologues. But you feel so down to earth and understand why he's doing it and save. I'm like, I feel you, bro. You killed him. Go ahead, kill him.
And he's powerful. He's super strong. So
He's
like, I love it.
Oh, like
I love
Thanos. Like Thanos.
Like Thanos, but cooler. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
That'll get people to start reading. All right. Let's move on to our next news. Food Wars Shokugeki no Soma manga ends in 3 chapters. Well, now 2, since the new chapter came out.
That's like
No, it's not rumors. It's just actually there was a picture.
That sounds sudden. Like we talked about this last time where there was a rumor then, but that's sudden.
They actually took a picture from the weekly shonen manga in Japanese. They're saying that Food Wars is ending.
That's so quick. Like
It
June
is.
17th?
It just seems like out of nowhere. Honestly.
But things doesn't happen to Bleach around same time. I think 2 years ago, same time around this exact time 2 years ago. Because what I've noticed, around the spring season, Shonen Jump starts to cut a lot of
Shonen manga series, long series.
They started to cut a lot of like, okay, what is doing good for us? What is kind of making money? What is very popular? What should we cut? They always doing around this time and try to rush those manga authors. 2 years ago, it was Bleach as well. And right now, it's technically Food Wars. And what I was told by other people is that the current arc is not that great. That's why they say, hey man, you have to either finish it or we finish you. And that's what's currently happening. And it's sad because I love the anime. It's great food porn. Great orgasm. Right, Ray?
Yes.
I've only seen a couple episodes of the first season of the anime, but I mean, it just looks so good. I mean, I love food, I love anime, and when anime touches anything, I think it just makes it better. Sports, action, pretty much anything that anime touches, it gets better. So
anime convinced me that tennis was cool,
right? Like
tennis. Anime convinced me that Go was cool.
This is also true.
But this makes me want to read the manga. This article says that the final volume is going to come out October 4th, and then it's going to be all over. So this makes me kind of want to jump into the manga and get back into the anime and watch it.
So the anime I have a problem with because every time I watch it, I have to go cook something.
I'm sorry, I don't know the problem with that. You get to eat right afterwards.
It's not a problem. But it's sometimes I have to watch it as I'm cooking because it just does that to my brain. And it's so good. I enjoy it. I have a good time, but it's like, man, every single time.
One thing I love about the manga that's so detailed with with the whole food. Like it tells you the ingredient more than the actual anime. Like it's so
Yeah, because it's a lot easier to just show a food and you understand it,
Yeah.
like, but
Yeah.
reading it, it's like, they have to describe it.
But they kind of like threw it away. They rushing it more than they needed to. Like they're not telling you what was the full ingredients of how to make this on your own in last page and that sort of thing. Like the reason why no one's liking that last arc is being like rushed too quickly, and it was kind of getting boring. We don't know where it's gonna happen. Like literally, the main character got almost everything that he needed, and all he needs is right now is literally the girl. But he's not even interested in the girl.
I mean, he hasn't been from the start, so I don't even know why that's still a thing.
You're trying to make it a thing, but
it is anime.
So
there's
so from what you're telling me, it is time for it to end.
yeah, I agree. It is time for it to end. But what going from Miguel said, like after a certain point for shonen mangas, it needed to end, especially when it gets up to the 300th chapter. Because from all the patterns that I've seen, most of these mangas end like once it reaches chapter 300 something or 300 whatever. It's got to be like that's a place where okay, it needs to end now. It's getting way too long. We gave it like about more than 5 years time for the shonen manga to ready. It's time to end it. So they're not like back in the past where you can have over 600 chapters or like have over 500 chapters or like One Piece. You're nearly almost 1,000 chapters.
They're at 945, literally 55 chapters away from 1,000. That's by next year.
It's crazy.
They will be at 1,000.
And like it's not like it's Ippo where it has like almost 1,000. It has 1,200 chapters.
Ippo's got quite a bit.
It's not like Detective
So that's
Conan.
why I try not to make a lot of fun of One Piece because I love Ippo, so it's like I can't really talk.
Exactly. Like these series, they're like the stars. They can go as long as they want to, but for the new ones that comes up, they can't last for more than a few years or at most more than 5 years. There needs to be a cutoff point where if you don't maintain the same sales or popularity or where people will still continue following and watch it, you're not going to make the money for it. Which is reason why Seven Deadly Sins is ending soon, because like it told us it's going to end this year, and it makes sense. It's still within its over 300 chapters right now. I can feel like it's ending really soon. Dr. Stone? No, not Dr. Stone. Demon Slayer is ending this last arc in this soon, even though it's
Next
like
year.
not even up to its 200th chapter yet, and it's almost at its end in this last arc. So I think there is some sort of threshold point, like limit, before shonen has to like cut it loose and don't pretty much let it go.
And with certain things, I don't mind. I like a complete story. I like that Breaking Bad was only 5 seasons. It is 5 seasons of absolute perfection. And I like seeing my anime the same way sometimes, Like, I think the reason why Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is so perfect to me is that it's just 64 episodes of absolute awesomeness and perfection in my eyes. And I feel like if they try to expand it too much, then it starts to become repetitive and boring. Fairy Tail.
Quick something that me and Sam found out some information of last week. Well, one of our viewers wrote in one of our comments and explained something to us that we didn't know. And I want to inform to you guys and also to the viewers that are watching or listening as well that Demon Slayer creator is a woman, and also she the reason she showed us the main antagonist in the so quick in the game is because she thought her series was going to be axed by Shonen Jump early in the game. That's why she showed the antagonist so early in the game, so there should be more anticipation with the viewers coming back, the listeners to come back and the readers to see more about Demon Slayer, and that's why she showed the antagonist so early in the game, because she was worried and feared that her series was going to be axed by Shonen Jump.
But it made it amazing, so I mean,
yeah.
So that sucks, but she also did a damn good job.
Agreed. That's why I'm like, hey, you was weird and scared for a good reason, but at the same time, look what it did, and they came out on top. And then after that, she said a couple of months later, she said that she's happy she did it because she came up with a better plan of how to execute her story. So I'm like, hey, it worked better for you then. So like, that's good.
All right. Yeah, definitely for sure. So, Shonen Jump can be a little aggressive when it comes to manga series, which makes sense. They're like the top number one. Road. Everybody has heard of Shonen Jump, and if you can't make the quota of that kind of quality, gone. Bye bye. We don't need to give you a warning and whatnot. We'll kind of cut you off right there, right now, because it makes sense. Like not every manga series survive, and not all the time. It doesn't have to be Shonen Jump. It could be like with Sorcerer who does Fairy Tail. But yeah, not every manga survives. But if you want to make to the top stars a big popularity, bigger sales, bigger top popularity of everything, it definitely has to be from under them. Anywhere else, it's almost like second best, second way. You can still gain the popularity of all around the world, but it's not Shonen Jump level high quality good, where it's good for kids and it's good for adults to watch and read. All right, let's head to the next news. Netflix announces Magic the Gathering anime series with the Russo brothers. See,
Say no more, fam. We're done here.
we know the Russo brothers. We know what they can do.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
And Magic has such deep lore. My God.
I
They
have,
do some
I
really
have,
cool stuff.
I have always wanted to try two things in my life, but I never tried it for two reasons. Well, probably a couple more, but I've always wanted to play
Magic.
yeah,
Magic?
Magic the Gathering, and I want to always play DD. I always want to play Dungeons and Dragons. I always want to play those games because so creative and so big and so diverse in the game and the lore to create your own type of stuff. But the reason I didn't play is because if I played it, I would look like a nerdy and geek back in the old
Oh
days.
my God. I was worried that you were going to say, I've always wanted to try two things, magic and drugs. Well, let me tell you, drugs are cheaper.
No.
Drugs are cheaper than magic. So,
I definitely know that. Magic is really expensive. When I went
Yes.
to go look and buy it, it was hella expensive. Like $300 for that shit? Fuck no, I'm
so
good.
that's why I play the Magic the Gathering Arena now, the card game online. It's free and wonderful. So,
Yeah,
yes.
but I always want to play that, but I just never. The second reason I didn't play is because I never had friends to play around that was also geek and nerds, but also cool enough back in high school for me to chill with, and that seemed like I was like geek as well. So I was like, trying to find my good circle. But now at this point in life, I don't really give to F. So now I want to play with good community people that could find to play Magic the Gathering. Like I had these lovely, beautiful men here.
I mean, if you want
I
to play the
think
online game, I'm down. But
I think this is genius.
It is.
I think you can capitalize on what Warcraft was supposed to be, and
Wow.
I
Wow.
think you can really take the Lord of the Rings kind of world and do the same thing with magic, right? Like the world of magic is so big, and you can make it mystical. You can make it this big event type of series, and that's what I hope that Netflix is going to do. Really, really build out the world, make it interesting characters, abilities, power ups. Like that's what I'm hoping for, and we'll see.
what you just said got me really excited, but then I got really depressed because I realized that it's an anime and it'll be that 3D crap that we don't like.
That's not
Probably.
true. The
I just got
CGI.
really depressed. Dang it!
It might go very good or it could go really bad. But since the Russo brothers are working on this, I got some trust into this.
I'm gonna give it a shot regardless, but I forgot it's gonna be that CGI stuff.
I mean, I'm hoping.
Oh, we didn't talk about that, but it's okay. Well, I don't want to push this past what we're going, but
I'm
yeah.
kind of hoping it's not where it's a kind of show where it's for kids, just like to just play Magic the Gathering and start how kids are playing and how competitive it can be. Like almost like
my favorite thing to say.
make it like Yu-Gi-Oh, like in a way, Yu-Gi-Oh version of Magic the Gathering where they have introducing kids playing the Magic the Gathering card games kind of thing.
Don't do that, Netflix. Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
That's just a
Netflix-
waste.
Remember, Netflix is still producing Avatar: Last Airbender, so I'm actually excited for that.
I mean, I'm not gonna tell you not to be excited about anything Airbender because Airbender is amazing.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. And plus, the creators are behind it. They're putting a lot of work into this. So I believe in them. So if Netflix got the Russo Bros to do this, and they are great content creators and know how to do stuff very well done, so I'm excited. I'm curious to see where it goes. So I'm curious and I'm excited.
Definitely for sure. I don't know too much on Magic the Gathering's lore, and I know there's a lot of lore.
It's deep and vast.
But I'm kind of like wondering why an anime series and not more of Western animation series like Castlevania. I think that would have been a perfect fit for it to do.
You know, there's a chance it could be animated like that. Now that I think about it, like because Castlevania's not animated like that. Thinking about it out loud, there's a chance. We have hope.
So yeah, but like Castlevania was the best. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So if it's just like that, there's a lot of hope, and you're gonna expect so many new seasons of Magic the Gathering if it's just like Castlevania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we got hopes for you guys. We got hopes for you, Netflix, and for the Russo brothers. Let's move to a rumor news. Rumors of Dragon Ball GT manga is resuming. Well, first I've heard some rumors that they're rebooting Dragon Ball GT, and like since they're doing a reboot of Dragon Ball GT, I guess the manga follows it. But this is all baseless rumors. We have no idea, no backing of any sorts. What do you guys think?
A joke.
Yeah, we were talking about this right before the podcast, and I don't think if this is real, I don't think this is a smart idea.
Mm.
The reason why GT didn't work and it wasn't well received and it's not canon anymore is for a reason. I feel like the stories weren't good. There were some things that you could enjoy, some characters that were interesting, but GT on a whole is uninteresting. And I think it would be a waste of time, talent, and money to go back to the well when you can just take the things that worked and put it into canon and create new stories. Much like what Star Wars is doing right now. They've taken stuff from the expanded universe that maybe didn't work, mixed with the things that did work, putting it into canon and creating new and interesting stories. And that's what I hope. I hope they don't actually try to remake GT into its own universe. I think it's a waste of time, and I'm not with it.
Even if it's like Time Patrol kind of thing, like Goku was Super Saiyan 4 and stuff like that, like we see in Dragon Ball Heroes.
Make Dragon Ball Heroes then. Don't remake GT. Make Heroes a real thing.
I agree with you. Ray said the perfect thing in this right now. Make it Dragon Ball Heroes. As much as I love GT, Heroes is a perfect evolution of everything that's canon and fans all in one that you want them together. Just make Dragon Ball Heroes an actual 30 episodes max, good animation, 30 minutes max 22 minutes max of each episode. Put it in and make it. People will watch it every time, and people will make
those 2-minute episodes they did of Heroes. I love them. They're amazing. Give me more story on top of that, because
I feel like
the lore there. So just do it.
I feel like the Dark Dragon Ball arc in GT was great, actually.
Yeah.
And I would like to see that redone, and it could be on Heroes, or it could be redone in new canon.
It could be done in Super.
I think that would be sick.
I think what I also liked about GT, and this is also one of Miguel's favorite too, and it was the Dragon Ball GT had consequences.
Yeah.
And it really was real. Like, all the actions that the Z Fighters have actually done with Goku.
You mean the fact that I had to suffer through it? Was that the consequences?
Boom, roasted.
Miguel, you wanna?
I get it, guys. You heard that your the original father of Gohan, Piccolo, died just for Goku. I get it that you guys have heard about that.
Again.
But it's called consequences. He let the dude just go off into space. He could have just grabbed him with him and just transport with Goku at the same time. But he didn't. He chose to die with Earth, which was the most idiotic thing. I get it. At the end of the day, it's called consequences. The Black Dragon Balls and everything.
But he doesn't deserve to be in hell. If anything, he goes back to heaven with Kami and stuff. Like I didn't
write that story. It shit happens. No, he went to hell.
Stupid.
Exactly. Stupid. Baby was just Cell 2.0, uninteresting, boring.
Omega Shenron was the best thing to happen to that.
Agreed. But my favorite thing is that I wanted that story to continue because Goku left with Shenron in the end, and he said he's going to train with Shenron.
Wait, was Super 17 in that too?
Yes, it was.
Also like that, but still.
that's why I wanted that, because when Goku left with Shinra to go to train with the whole dragons planet and everything, I want to see more of that. We saw such a cliffhanger of that. I want to see more. And there was a fan, there's some type of fan manga that was done so well that I wish that was adapted. So stuff like that, like there's stories that could be done well if they want to actually adapt some type of bits and pieces, like James said, take bits and pieces and just improve it, or just like Ray said, fuck it and just do heroes. That's it.
So, question for you guys: do you think that Super 17 is as powerful as 17 from the Tournament of Power? Because I don't think he is.
I mean, technically, the androids they don't have ki, but they have unlimited power or something like that. Like they have unlimited supply of.
They have I think the way it's stated, they have unlimited energy.
Yes.
It's a limited energy is what they have. Yeah.
Yeah, and like if you have unlimited energy, what does the Super 17 add to it?
Super 17 versus current 17. The way that they showed Super 17's like power is vastly different from the way they've showed current 17, because current 17 seemed like he could stand a pretty good chance at a fight against Super Saiyan Blue Goku, which we know is outrageously powerful.
Yeah.
But like Super 17 like gave Goku the work, and that was Super Saiyan 4 Goku too. So it's like I don't know. I kind of feel like current 17 is stronger, but that's just based off what we see.
You could probably think it's like regular 17, like two of him, because technically Super 17 was two different kind of Android 17 fused together.
Yeah.
But then the current 17, we see him literally, he gets stronger every single time he fights. And he fought Goku in Super Saiyan Blue form. So he was able to adapt and get stronger to be stronger than him. And he's able to match his power, match the strength.
I mean, we've talked about this because there's still that debate of which one's stronger, Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan 4. And we have to scale it on that. And I definitely think that Blue is much stronger because something called Super Saiyan God is much stronger than just a Super Saiyan 4 nerd. Anyway, we have to do that scaling. So currently, I would say that R17 is stronger than Super 17. But if our Super 17 ate R17, that's scary. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
and
Cell 3.0.
Then Super Saiyan 4 is stronger than Super Saiyan Blue. All right, cool. Thank you.
No, why would you? No. Your logic is flawed. Do not. No. Do you need me to pull up the power rankings, the numbers? I'll pull up the numbers.
All right, guys. Speaking of Dragon Ball news, the new Dragon Ball movie is in development. So that's real. This news is real.
Yes.
So, but it's not a surprise, but it is real. Like how Dragon Ball Super Broly did, what over $100 million made for it. Was it ever a surprise that another Dragon Ball Super movie was going to be in the works, like in the making?
But what I am shocked is that they're making the movie first before the new anime season or new Dragon Ball Super version 2 comes out, anime comes out before the movie. So that's one thing I am shocked about, that they're doing another movie before the new season anime comes out. So that is what I'm shocked about. But hey,
it could be like Resurrection F, where it's pretty much just like a compiled version of the first couple of episodes, and then you'll actually get to see it played out in the anime.
Correct.
So who knows?
Yeah, I mean, so was Battle of Gods. They had the Battle of Gods movie first, and then the Super, and then the anime Super took their time in episode to episode into like the full entire Battle of the Gods. But then again, when the anime did the episodes per episode, you see the lacking of certain like drawings and like bad works of Dragon Ball Super. Though you literally see the details of it wasn't too great. So I'm okay with the new movie. Make another 100 million or more, even more, hopefully. Probably have the movie in a full month, because that's what Dragon Ball Super Broly had. The movie lasted for a month or month.
Yeah, a month. Yeah.
So like, yeah, I'm all for Dragon Ball movies. Bring more anime into the light. Have more anime movies in theaters. probably hopefully add more days to them so people can have the chance to watch it when they want to and not have to wait until the streaming service have it.
Yeah.
Agree.
So definitely, we're all for this Dragon Ball Super movie. And I mean, also the Dragon Ball Super anime is also continuing too. We're just not too sure when it's coming back.
But at least right now, fans have the manga. Just like for Ray and James, who are currently reading the manga, they have that right now to read, and also it's much better story, much better power skills. So that's one thing that's good about it.
I'm positive that this will be it's going to be the Resurrection F situation. I'm positive that they would be smart to do that because it got me hyped for Super when we got that movie first, and then they're like, "Oh my God, there's a new anime coming!" So I was like, "Yeah, this will be perfect," especially with this new villain.
I was just gonna say,
yes, it will be. That will make for a very good movie, I think. So,
Moro is one of the most interesting villains I think that Z Fighters has ever faced.
I could not have said it better myself. Yep,
and I'm ready.
It's better than Frieza and Cell.
Yep, he's far more interesting than both of them.
Yeah, I mean, the impact that Frieza has had on them and on the universe of Dragon Ball in general is on a different level.
You can't compare that.
Yeah, but Moro as a villain himself, way better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds cool. Would it be able to compile his whole movie within the 2-hour time frame for that new movie?
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, I mean, it would be enough for an intro, but not enough to tell everything about him.
Right.
Okay, so there's a whole lot of lore and information about him that not even the movie will go into, well, not fully into, but at least get a sample.
I mean, no, they would definitely tell you where he comes from and what he can do and basically what his goals are. Yeah, that's what you would get in the movie, I think.
Okay.
But it would set it up for what you're going to see in the next arcs of Super. So,
yeah.
Got you.
Because you get it's just, I don't know, there's a lot more than just a villain. They expand upon the actual Dragon Ball universe for the first time in a long time, which I really appreciate. So it's like you're actually getting more lore to the universe. The world building expands, which is great.
Within Universe 6?
Yeah.
Or 7?
Like just all of it, the multiverse.
Pretty interesting. Dope.
Because like people are with theories and guessing and stuff like that. Like the first 4 or 5 universe was remade or something like that.
So we don't know anything about that. That is still just speculation. The universes that were erased beforehand back with that wish. We don't know that. We don't know if that's something they're going to delve into.
Yeah, and like pretty much 17 brought them back. People are theorizing maybe that could be a good additional to the story of Super. But that's kind of great that you can always theorize and guess and have predictions of what's to come. That means people are really interested and they want to see even more of this series, especially for Dragon Ball.
We want more lore.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we
and
want.
You're going to get that with Moro.
Definitely. All right, guys. Can't wait. All right, guys. Let's wrap it up here, guys. We're going to have our plugs out. Ray, James, would you kindly please?
James, after you, sir.
Yeah, so it is always a pleasure to be on this podcast. It's one of my favorite things to do every week. You guys can find me here every week on the Anime Lately podcast, and you can listen to my podcast, Best One, Worst One. It is a Patreon exclusive podcast where we talk about your favorite actors, directors, movies, and a variety of other topics, and we ask you to choose the best one and the worst one. This weekend, we're going to be talking about all of the X-Men movies since Dark Phoenix is out, so that's going to be a really fun episode, so keep an eye out for that.
Ray, the king of games.
Oh, I like that name. You can keep saying that. It's fine. So, like James said, I love being on the show. It's one of my favorite things to do because I love talking about the anime, and I don't get a lot of people to talk about it with. So this is great, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. But I'm Ray Apollo. You can find me every day on Twitch except Sunday. Except this week because it's E3. We got a lot of E3 news coming up. We'll talk about a lot of video games. We're playing a lot of video games. Right now, we just got back into Monster Hunter World. So if you're interested in that, come check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Ray Apollo. You can also check us out on YouTube now. We put up our first edited video. It's not great, but it's there. If you want to learn more about Pokemon, like we talked about earlier, I did my first reaction video to that on YouTube. So go check it out. I'm Ray Apollo on YouTube. No space. But no, I have a good time, and I like to hope that you would have a good time with me. So I'll see you.
And that goes for me, guys. Follow me on everywhere at Legendary Vash, at Twitter, IG, everywhere you see us. And don't forget, the most important thing for us is follow us on twitch.tv/Anime Lately as well, because we're trying to get that Twitch affiliated. And also, we love to play games and do those fun, stupid show with you guys. Other than that, take away, Sam.
Guys, follow and support us on Facebook, the like page, Twitch, and Patreon at Anime Lately, and follow our other social media platforms at Twitter and Instagram at Anime Lately _. Anime Lately also has a YouTube channel where we have review videos, live reaction, and also this podcast episode too. So check us out. Give us a like if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 1K, and comment down below to tell us your opinion about these videos and episodes. Thank you guys. Have a good listening. Peace out.